I would wake up in the morning just feeling awful with the worst pit in my stomach, run to get on my computer to see if my YouTube channel is still there and to see if all the hard work that I put in for years was just going to get stripped away from me for what seemed like nothing. It's time that I speak about this. If you didn't know, YouTubers all across the platform are banding together because we want answers. Answer Us YouTube has been trending, and we're going to talk about it along with some personal experiences on YouTube that nearly led to my entire channel being deleted. I feel as though it's very important that I make this video. This video is not funny. This video is not exciting. This is just a real problem on YouTube that absolutely needs to be addressed. If you want more info on what I'm talking about and why I'm making this video, I have the link to Markiplier's video and to Penguin's O's video, aka Moist Critical, in the description. They go in depth about this as well. This is my personal experience and problems that I have faced on YouTube that I've never addressed that I feel like I must. Hey, I'm still here after 13 fucking years. If you guys respect the fact that I'm still making videos, all I ask is that you drop a like. Literally all I ask, you get to watch our videos for free.
Just do it!
Just do it, please. Thank you. YouTube is a platform where you have the freedom to be and do whatever you want, as long as it abides with YouTube's community guidelines. Now, some people would call these strict, some people would call these fair, but one thing is for certain, they are just guidelines, and nobody really knows where the line is drawn for these guidelines. Now, I absolutely love YouTube as a platform. It's amazing. It gives me so much freedom to create content. The community is amazing, and I have genuinely made some of my best friends thanks to YouTube. I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't be who I am. Another amazing thing is that it's free to everyone. We don't charge anyone to watch our videos. You might get an ad every now and then. If you don't have YouTube Premium, honestly, you should have YouTube Premium. I'm not getting paid to say this. I love it. It costs $3. You get no ads ever again. And I can play music on my phone and close it at the same time. So there's a lot of stuff that I love about YouTube. I've mastered editing on multiple different programs. I've learned how to build websites. I've learned how to play the piano. I've learned how to use all of my cameras. I've mastered Photoshop. There's truly so many beautiful things that YouTube can be used for. And you can fill your brain with so much amazing information from other people that have created YouTube videos as well. I think if YouTube is utilized properly, you can learn so much and you can become a master of so much. Today, though, we have to talk about something that I've been biting my tongue about for years. It's YouTube's community guidelines, terms of service, and more importantly, their manual review system. Now, YouTube has community guidelines that are meant to be followed. I use the word guidelines very loosely because even though it gives you a decent description, what it really comes down to is whoever does the manual review and whether they want to go full Karen mode on you. Because I've had YouTube make many mistakes in terms of my channel in the past. There are so many flaws with YouTube system, and it can get very frustrating. The most tedious of all is the false claims that I get on my videos weekly. I don't know if you guys know this. I almost exclusively use Chucky Beats. He's a royalty-free artist on YouTube that grants me rights to use his music. It's very tough to find copyright-free music on YouTube. It's one of the hardest things about making videos, and Chucky Beats has just always hooked us up. But for some reason, I get false claims all the time on his music. Somehow somebody figured out a way to dupe the YouTube system and to claim people's music that they don't even own in an attempt to collect their ad revenue. So part of my job now on a weekly basis is finding the original songs that get claimed and letting YouTube know that the person that's trying to take all of my ad revenue doesn't actually own rights to the music. This happens all the time. Look at all these false claims. I only use copyright-free music. I know what you're thinking, Jack, why don't you have somebody do that for you? Because unfortunately, I'm the best editor I know, and I know Chucky Beats' library very well. The only person that could probably do a better job than me is Chucky Beats himself, and he's probably pretty busy making music. So when I get a false claim, I have to find the original song. I have to link the original song. When I put the appeal in saying, hey, this person shouldn't be able to take all of my money, and it's like another full-time job, and it sucks. That pisses me off to no ends, and the fact that someone who has absolutely no part in making the content for the video and absolutely no part in making the music somehow has the ability to attempt to collect all of the ad revenue from that video. That's bullshit. But that's not even nearly the biggest problem that YouTube is facing right now. Now to get into it. We nearly lost the entire JoogSquad channel some years ago. I don't know if you're aware of this, but if your channel gets 3 strikes, it's over. That's it. Channel is gone from existence. Oh, you've been making videos for 13 years and doing everything you can to follow the community guidelines? Oh, you've used your channel for a lot of good too. Nice, that's good to see. I see that you've raised a lot of money for charity in the past. I see that you've taught your fans about hurricanes and weather to keep them safe. I see that you've done a lot of giveaways and trash cleanups. Oh, even water conservation and fighting for the clean water movement. Awesome, all of that is good. But none of it matters because you've made dangerous and harmful content. Now your entire channel is gone forever and there's nothing you can f***ing do about it. What? What? Yeah, for real. This is the reality that we had to consider back when we had 2 strikes on our YouTube channel. This even happened to Nelk. If you guys remember, Nelk took down every single video on their entire channel because they had 2 strikes. You guys remember when they took an upload break or when they were only uploading their content exclusively on their website? It's because they were fairly convinced that their entire YouTube channel was going to be deleted. And unless you've been making YouTube videos your entire life, or unless you've been working at one thing for years, like minimum like 8 years, to have all of your hard work just like taken away like that is terrifying. And I honestly lost sleep for months when the JoogSquad YouTube channel had 2 strikes on it. Thankfully, enough time went by to where the strikes were removed from my channel. It takes 6 months for a community guideline strike to go away. And if you get 2 strikes in a short period of time, that waiting process is horrible. And it affects your mood and it affects your life. And when you put your entire life into making your videos, it is just the most terrifying thing to consider the fact that it could all be taken away from you. But I know that there's a lot of creators out there, probably a lot of smaller creators out there who have lost their entire YouTube channels. I actually know for a fact that this has happened to people and they never get it back. But you know, that was back then. This is now in 2020 and this shit is still happening. I currently have 1 strike on my YouTube channel for the same reason as one of the biggest creators on the entire platform, Markiplier, which worries me, but you know, thankfully it will be removed soon enough. I didn't want to talk about it because I didn't want to speak it into fruition, but yeah, the JoogSquad YouTube channel has a strike, and if we get 2 more, our channel is gone forever. But whatever. YouTube's manual review system needs to be fixed, but that's not the biggest problem. The problem is not that creators like myself and Markiplier and Moist Critical are being punished. It's the fact that channels that are actually doing something terrible are not being punished. Like people who are killing their animals and their channels have been up for years and there's been all sorts of light shed on these horrible channels that have been on YouTube for so long and nothing is being done about it. Now, if you want to go more in depth on that stuff, you can check out Moist Critical's video. I personally don't like to talk about the dark side of YouTube, even though I do see that it's a serious problem. If you want to get into that more, you can check out his channel. But I do have another issue that actually seriously pissed me off lately. I had a thumbnail removed from one of my YouTube videos. This thumbnail. Now, I couldn't honestly come up with a reason why it should be removed in reality, so I appealed it. I didn't think there was anything wrong with the picture. It's not clickbait, it's not over-exaggerated, it is what it is, a tower of trampolines and a couple girls jumping, which did happen in the video. So I appealed it, and I figured that, you know, upon manual review, your thumbnail still violates our terms. So, I thought this was bullshit. They removed my thumbnail. I tried to put it back up. They removed it again. So I uploaded this thumbnail in the meantime because I didn't want a randomly generated thumbnail from the video to be the thumbnail, and it was fine. Now, this honestly wouldn't be a problem, but the double standard that YouTube plays is just absurd. It's not like we're using sex appeal to sell anything. I didn't even promote merch in that video. I didn't sell anything in that video. It's not like we're using sex appeal to promote our OnlyFans like a ton of girls do, and like that's against the rules. Now, if my thumbnail was sexually explicit, what the is this? This is a girl in Florida who goes fishing. I personally don't really like her. She filmed killing a gator, and I don't really like trophy fishing and don't think that that should be something that you base your content around. But look at those thumbnails and then tell me that my thumbnails are the problem here. I don't know, YouTube. Get your shit together. What? There it is. That's all we need. There's no more vases. I don't want to get deleted. And I don't know.